Hi, I'm Lily and this is my channel with the best films of this century. Don't forget to watch the movie trailer after subscribing. Let's go!
You told us that you could protect us from everything.
Why did you look for my daughter?
Prisoners, I consider the best film by Denis Villeneuve, who gave us such a wonderful pictures as Dune and Blade Runner 2049. The film is dark and atmospheric, a real strong drama with excellent cast. Two happy families are having fun while their younger daughters don't disappear without a trace. Searches give nothing, and the police, represented by Detective Loki, release the only suspect. Not wanting to listen to the opinion of an experienced cop, the father of one of the girls, Keller Dover, tracks down the criminal and takes him hostage. Meanwhile, Loki tries to solve the case, realizing that this is far from the third disappearance. The heroes have a long way ahead, which cannot be overcome by remaining honest with God. The film is cruel, especially from the understanding that the action on the screen is largely identical to real life and the atmosphere of the film is top class. And this atmosphere and incomparable play of actors that don't let you get bored for more than a minute. Parasites, a very strong tragicomedy with an interesting and thoughtful plot and a cool ending. The synopsis of the film is simple. A South Korean family survives doing odd jobs while living in a tiny basement. The situation changes when the eldest son, thanks to the recommendations of a friend, a fake diploma, and friendly impudence, gets a job as an English tutor in a businessman family. They're in the setting of a luxury home. The hero develops a plan to get his family out of poverty. The main idea of the film is to show social inequality and its consequences. For those who are richer, the parasites will always be those who are poorer, and for those who are poorer, those who are richer will always be parasites because they have everything. The film ends with a cold waterfall that refreshes and makes you think about important things. A brilliant movie from the very idea to the masterful presentation and beautiful shooting. Joker, a unique picture in the world of film comics which compares favorably with our series art house storytelling. The plot tells us the story of animator Arthur Fleck, who dreams of becoming a comedian, but he has certain mental problems, while showing a fairly open person who tries to bring joy to people in this world, but faces a lot of cruelty, misunderstanding and betrayal. The film shows well how unfair and cold-blooded society can be. The Joker is a terrific mix of comic book and social drama with excellent work in all areas. One of the best dramas with such a graceful memory about insane criminals.
Please, Lord, help me get one more. Help me get one more.
Hacksaw Ridge. The film is based on an amazing true story of a guy who is staunch pacifist who went a volunteer to the war in order to save, not kill. An amazing film about an amazing person and about extraordinary events and faith that can touch even the most unsophisticated person. In terms of technical work on the film, then everything is flawless. The fight scenes are very natural, explosions, shots, dismemberment. Film director Mel Gibson clearly knows a lot about good action scenes, and here by far one of the best roles of Andrew Garfield. This is a perfect example of a war movie and dramatic film in general. After watching, there is a feeling that you have discovered something special for yourself.
Lucky. You don't want to walk up with your parents because it's not cool.
But you're cool.
I know I am, but technically most dads aren't. Neither are these helmets.
Dear God, please make them be nice to him.
Wonder, one of the most sincere and heartfelt films I have ever seen, and there are moments where it will be very difficult to hold back tears. Augie is the main character, kind, sympathetic but shy, the same as many boys of his own age. However, he never went to a regular school. His mother studied with him. He underwent 27 surgeries. He has no face. Now the day has come when he has to go to school. No one approaches him and everyone discusses his appearance. But the boy doesn't not give up. Every day starts with a fight against society. He will prove to the whole world that appearance doesn't not matter. The real beauty of a person lies within. The theme catches just some kind of special humanity, genuine kindness and responsiveness, which may be lacking in real life. In our time, when society is riddled with hypocrisy and cowardice, this tape is becoming even more relevant. The theme is filled with inspiring faith in people whose examples you want to follow and hope for tomorrow. Law Impossible, a strong disaster drama about the tragedy of 2004 when more than 200,000 people died due to the tsunami in Thailand. The ongoing disaster is shown from the heroine Naomi Watts, who came there to rest with her husband and 3 children, and the real family that went through this terrible catastrophe was taken as a basis, which fell into the very epicenter of tsunami, as a result of which they were separated and they have to find each other. The actors perfectly play all the emotions, and there is no doubt about the acting skills of Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor. Naomi deservedly received an Oscar nomination for this role. A film about pain, about the hope of finding your loved ones alive. This is an, as usual, touching picture of true human values preserved even in the aftermath of a monstrous disaster. Jackton, a very emotionally powerful film about the severe persecution in an innocent person by society. This is the story of Lucas, the man who was lonely, the school to which he gave his all closed, the woman he loved left him, the son cannot see his father because the mother is against it. The only consolation is feasting with friends and working in a kindergarten with children who love it. And the little girl, Clara, the youngest daughter of his best friend, loved Lucas so much. Only Clara didn't want to share the love of her older friend with anyone else, and then, out of resentment against him, she complained to the director about the harassment of the teacher. A couple of the girl's praises were enough to cause a scandal in the city. After all, being branded as a pedophile in our days is almost worse than suspicions of witchcraft in the Middle Ages. Matt Mikkelsen did a great job. His Lucas turned out to be the most noble character, somehow reminiscent of Jesus, who continues his path to the truth despite on flying stones and spitting. The movie will probably make people think about what not to label others beforehand unless proven guilty person. Gifted. Modern cinema needs such simple, soulful films. In the center of the plot is a small but insanely gifted child prodigy who loves mathematics. It's just so happened that her uncle, played by Chris Evans, who became like a father to her, is raising her, and you watch their wonderful relationship with pleasure. But one day all this collapses. The grandmother finds out about the mathematical abilities of the child, and she has completely different plans for her granddaughter. To those plans coincide with the desire of the girl, and is it important? With such abilities, she is simply obliged to become a brilliant scientist. If you miss warm kind films where there is no famously twisted plot or special effects, but there is a soul and meaning, then Gifted is the perfect movie for you for the evening. Finch, a film about the survival of Tom Hanks, and some may remember the wonderful film Cast Away from 2000 with him. In principle, similarity to Survive and Ends, the action takes place in the post-apocalypse of the future. Radiation, dust storms, and tornadoes are raging in North America, and you see this code happen in reality if you don't care about the environment any longer. The robotic engineer Finch is terminally ill and worried that after his death there will be no one to take care of his dog, so he collects a humanoid robot for this purpose. Upon learning that a severe storm is approaching the area in which he will not survive, Finch with a dog and robots goes to San Francisco. The film has a soul. It is able to bring tears, especially with the beautiful music that is here. The film has a sense of freedom because this film is about a dream and it is quite an adult's film. Hanks still plays brilliantly here. He struggles with loneliness and is experiencing a fatal illness. The character of the robot turned out to be interesting and at times even touching to watch them communicate with Hanks. Finch is not about another post-apocalyptic hero who saves the world. This is about an ordinary person trying to survive in harsh conditions. Hotel Mumbai, a very tragic and powerful film based on real events. Mumbai 2008. The city is subject to numerous terrorist attacks, and when armed men take over the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, they shoot everyone they meet. Trapped guests and staff will have to endure a real nightmare. The film is truly cruel, and for the 2 hours that it runs, the sounds of automatic bursts don't stop. For 2 hours, the viewer is immersed in the horror and chaos of the Taj Hotel and shares for this time the bitter fate of those who were lucky to be in those ill-fated days in India. There is no place for heroic deeds. There is a struggle for survival and wild horror in the eyes of people who suddenly find themselves in one of the circles of hell. Everyone here can be considered a hero who, in the created madness, tried to think not only about his own but also about other people's lives. The film keeps you in suspense from beginning to end, catching and immersing you in all the hell that is happening, and is able to touch the soul of absolutely anyone. Thank you for watching the video to the end. I tried very hard for you, therefore I will be grateful for the likes and comments.